Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Jack with Bonfire Locks, bringing you guys 4 more picks in the NBA for absolutely free. As always, please like, subscribe, comment throughout the video. You can see here we swept 2-0 yesterday, but I'll get into that. But first off, I just want to say thank you. Our last YouTube video for the NBA was our first NBA YouTube video to hit 100 views. So slow claps, but I appreciate you guys. Again, subscribe, like, comment, gain a bunch of subscribers from that. So please make sure to subscribe, like, share with your buddy who needs some wins, and let's get cooking. So yesterday here, I was out during the day, had to do this all remotely, and I still was able to find 2 perfect winners for you guys in the VIP. We had the Red Sox money line. They had Garrett Crochet on the mound. They won 10-1. The game wasn't even close. It was an easy win. On the other side, the other pick, we had Toronto, Seattle, over 8 total runs scored. They were going back and forth throughout the game. Then I believe this hit in the top of the 8th, which is great. A win's a win. 2-0. Our free pick yesterday, I think Timberwolves pushed, and then the YouTube video picks, Josh Hart lost, Julius Randle hit, and then Buddy Hield pushed. So in yesterday's YouTube video, we went 2-1-1 push. So again, overall, if you took all those picks, you went up, was that 3 units, 4 units? So we've been crushing it. Again, here, I was going to show this afterwards. Liddy, I posted the picks in the VIP win slip channel in our Discord. Liddy, one of our members, just passed into phase 2 for Player Profit. So legit, Player Profit is legit. We are winning legit. Liddy, you can see here, used all the picks from our Discord, and we moved over. He moved over to phase 2. So make sure to join the Discord below. By joining that, you get a free month of VIP, but join now because it's a limited time sale. I'm only doing this for the next, probably just through May, and that's it as we ramp up and get into the NFL season. So again, big recap, bring out the brooms, great 2-0 sweep. Now, as mentioned, we got 4 more picks for you guys in the NBA. More specifically, these will all be in the night slate because I wasn't able to get this video out earlier because I was out yesterday. So we got the Cavs, Pacers. This is going to be a great game tonight. I'm actually very excited for it. So we got all 3 of the player prop picks. We got PRA. I like the PRA a lot today. And then as well, we have Indiana Pacers versus the Cavs. I don't know why it took so long to say that. We have like a player profit pick of the day. Sorry. Still early for me. Just woke up. But player profit pick of the day in there. So we'll get into that. So first pick, we got Tyrese Halliburton, more than 31.5 PRA. Zoom in or zoom out. He's just right around this number, 31.5. Zoom in the last 5. Again, he's right there. But the median is what I'm kind of looking at here on this is 38. Now, the reason the average is just right at 31 is because in his last game, he was useless. He didn't do anything. He only had 5 assists, 4 points, no rebounds. Cavs blew them out. That was our pick of the day. The other YouTube video that we had, so our picks in these YouTube videos have done well. We got it at 2.5. If you guys put on push notifications for these videos when they come out, you get them sent directly to you, as well as if you're up to date on Discord, I send the videos right there in the Discord, so you can just click them and watch them. But I knew the Cavs were going to blow out the Pacers in the last game. Took them minus 2.5 line. 3 hours later, shot up to 5.5. That was an easy pick. But Tyrese is going to bounce back. This line's probably pulled down maybe a point or 2 with the over 3 and over 31.5. So we might be getting some extra value there. But he's back at home. They're up 2-1, and they know that this game is honestly kind of a must-win. If they win this game, then they can go into Cleveland, try to close out the series there, or come back to Indiana to close out the series. Now, if they lose, then they go back into Cleveland, 2-2, at home in Cleveland, and then they're probably not going to win that game. So, or they could, they did win the first 2, but usually the momentum can shift a lot in the NBA playoffs, which is why I think Tyrese is going to ball out in this game. I think he's going to put up a massive game, hit the 40 mark for the PRA. So that's why our first pick of the day is Tyrese Halliburton, more than 31.5 PRA. Now, the next guy we're looking at, we're staying with the Pacers, and we're going Miles Turner. We're going more. I got him at This. So zoom in on his last 10. He's actually under this total, but zoom in on his last 5, averaging 27.2, median 30. So again, those numbers are a lot closer than Tyrese's, but still not as close. But it's because of that bad outlier game that they just had. Again, their Pacers are going to bounce back. They're going to play much better. I see this game being very close. Indiana knows that they need to play well and try to get a win here back at home. So again, Miles Turner hit this in 4 out of his last 5. Had a bad game like Tyrese had, and he's averaging over this with like a 33, around a 3-point spread against his average, and then a 6-point spread against his medium to what this actual line is. So again, first 2 picks: Tyrese Halliburton more than 31.5 PRA, Miles Turner more than 24.5 PRA. And the last player pick that we have is we're going Jarrett Allen more than 26.5 PRA. You can see here he was not playing that well in the regular at the end of the regular season. Excuse me, and even kind of early on in the playoffs here. But zooming on the last 5, he's actually played really well. Even they had the first bad loss, he didn't play well. The last 2 games, he's really turned it on. Again, I keep saying I think this game is going to be very close. I think it's a lot closer than people think, and which is why I think Jarrett will also be kind of one of the bigger factors for Cleveland. He's a center. He's got to be able to control the paint, play well, which is why. And also, too, see here, same thing. Median is higher than the average because of those outlier games that can skew kind of these lines that they create. So we have about a 3-point buffer on the average and a 7-point buffer on the median. So those 2 numbers I like a lot. That gives us great value. So again, the 3 player prop picks that we have: Tyrese Halliburton more than 31.5 PRA, Miles Turner more than 24.5 PRA, Jarrett Allen more than 26.5 PRA. Now, if you guys are still here, make sure to hit subscribe, like, comment, join our free Discord. Discord's free, and when you join the Discord, you get a free month of all of our VIP picks. Check that link. The link is in the description below. Again, you see here, Liddy 2-0 sweep yesterday, and one of the guys in there moved his player profit account into the next phase 2, just based off of the picks that we send out daily in the Bonfire Discord. So boys are doing well. We had another guy get funded, I think, last week. Another guy moving to phase 2, I think, on Wednesday. So as more and more of these guys are getting in on player profit, they're winning. Player profit, use my code Bonfire, 10% off any account. A lot of people ask me, like, what account should they use? I would say go with the $1,000 to get a $100,000 bankroll. The reason for this, the challenge is the same. Whether you get the $30 account to the $1,000, or you get the $1,000 to the $100,000, the challenge is the exact same. I have $300,000 accounts, but again, if it's a monetary issue, do a lower one. Do like 150 to, I think it was 25,000. But it's the best bang for your buck. I've had multiple people buy the $100,000 accounts, and they do well. That was one of the guys that moved into phase 2 the other day. Was one of the guys that got on a $100,000 account, and instead of you're what is that 100xing the difference between 1,000 to 100,000. So highly recommend. And when you use my code Bonfire, you get 10% off. So that's $100 off of the $100,000 bankroll. See here, we're getting into NFL season. We're getting close. We're getting close. You want to get in on there. Top 1% of NFL bettors. ESPN bookmark. So, okay. Now let's get into the NBA. So again, because this video is coming out later, we stayed away from the OKC Denver. If I have some picks in there, I'll send them on the Winnable and the Discord for our members. Get them there. But here, we're looking at the Cavs Pacers. Spread is 5.5. I like the Pacers a lot. And when you go over to player profit, I can get the get this at 5. I still like it at 5. It's even. Obviously, you don't get the hook, but that's still a push. I think the Pacers win this game. Or I think they will. Even if they don't win, I don't see them losing by more than 5. I think this game will come down to a last possession shot if the Pacers do lose. So that is why I am
locking in. You can see there I have multiple accounts. That's on the first one. $1,000 for Indiana Pacers plus 5 over on player profit. And you should too. Again, use my code Bonfire, 10% off. The link is in the description below. The link is too in the description below for one of the guys that had like a $40,000 payout for player profit the other day, as well as the link. I did a whole video dedicated to player profit, showing you how it works, why it's beneficial for you, how to place picks. So that link is in the description below as well. So go check out those videos. And yeah, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.